Is it fluid buildup and puffy eyes, or is it actually your under eye fat pads? If you've ever stared at your reflection wondering about the difference between eye bags, puffy eyes, and those pesky dark circles, then this video is for you. In this video, we will go over the difference between fluid buildup in the eye versus what's called an orbital fat prolapse and what to do to get rid of each, so stay with me till the end. Also guys, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this one. I appreciate all the support, and comment down below if you do have any questions. First off, it's important to note that many people struggle with the appearance of dark eye circles, eye bags, and puffy eyes. In fact, I made a video that has gotten well over 1 million views about this topic that I highly encourage you to watch next. If you're here from that video, drop a hello for me down below. Despite the commonality of all of them, it's important to understand that there are some differences between them so that you can have realistic expectations when it comes to getting rid of them. Let's start with the first one, puffy eyes and the dark circles being the most common one. This is usually caused by buildup of fluid in the tissue around the eyes and can occur due to a variety of factors including fluid retention, allergies, lack of sleep, or changes in hormone levels. So start to ask yourself, does my diet include lots of salt, maybe over 2.5 grams of salt a day? Do I have allergies from a pet or dust that I don't treat or know of? How's my sleep schedule like? Am I focusing on sleep quality versus quantity? And how are my hormones treating me this month? Do I have regular menstrual cycles or hormonal acne? All of these factors can contribute to the appearance of puffy eyes. This is because for puffy eyes, when the fluid starts to accumulate in the delicate skin around the eyes, it immediately causes swelling. You'll see it most pronounced in the morning when you wake up, since the fluid tends to pool in the lower eyelid area overnight, making you appear raccoon-like, if you will. It often can create a shadowy appearance in the eye as well. They'll be called dark circles or periorbital hyperpigmentation, which can appear in shades of brown, blue, black, or even purple. And this is where the puffy eyes themselves also create a dark circle appearance. Now, dark circles also have a genetic component too, not just from puffy eyes. So if you have a close family member that has them, chances are you may have them as well. It's important to highlight that difference. There's the dark circles that you get from puffy eyes as a result of lack of sleep, eye strain from your phone, allergies, fatigue, and anemia, for example. Then pay attention to this, because there's the anatomical structural dark circles that are different. The cause of these dark circles are mainly due to either the natural bone structure of the eye region or the loss of under eye fat, giving you a bony appearance, or even a deep crease between the lower eyelid and the upper cheek. So if you see hollow contours and shadows under your eyes, you most likely have the structural type dark circles, not the puffy eye dark circles. But sometimes, guys, what often happens is you'll have puffy eyes and dark circles from other lifestyle factors like smoking, sun damage, and poor diet, which are known to be more damaging to the skin. And before we get into the options we have to address these, let's get into where under eye bags from fat come into play and how to differentiate between the two, and I'll provide pictures to help you understand it just a little better. With under eye puffiness from fat pads, you see, the lower eyelid area already contains these small pockets of fat pads to help cushion and support the eyes. With me so far? And each of the fat pads have their own name in what's called the tear trough. Let's take a good look. In the tear trough, you have in red the orbicularis roll, in yellow the actual tear trough, in black you have the inferomedial orbital rim, and in green you have the lacrimal sac, which holds in your tears. But to simplify, I would focus on this, the green area right here, which is going to be your orbital rim hollow, which marks the lower limit of your fat bags. The orbital rim hollow is what you want to focus on the most. It is often the area where hyaluronic acid fillers and fat transfer are usually injected. Oftentimes, age is going to be your biggest reason as to why you develop more pronounced eye bags. The fat pads can become displaced or herniate, which leads to the appearance of eye puffiness. And when fat pads protrude and bulge, they can actually cause a tired appearance on the face and can even cast shadows, tying back into the dark circles that we mentioned earlier. And to make matters worse, it's definitely possible to have fluid buildup, prolapsed fat pads, and dark circles altogether. And I actually have a pretty solid diagram that I want to show you that highlights the difference and maybe will help you better determine which one you have. So when we take a good look at this diagram, the top row all represent a person who has protruding fat pads under the eye. The pads actually get bigger when you look up and get smaller when you look down. You can say that they are more compartmentalized. So if yours get bigger when you look up and smaller when you look down, you have the fat pads. But if you're like the guy in the middle row that only has fluid buildup, maybe from a lack of sleep or a salty diet, regardless if he looks up or down, the bags don't change much in size because they are not compartmentalized. So if you look up or down and the size and shape stays the same, you don't have the eye bags from fat. Yours are more from fluid buildup. And the bottom row is actually a lady that has both, but notice how the fat reduces when she looks down, but the fluid bag doesn't. Interesting, right? If this is you, then it's possible you may have both fluid and fat. And I'll give you an extra tip to help you differentiate this even better. And it has to do with the timing of when you check your eyes. They're going to be the most pronounced in the morning, right? And especially during your menstrual period. If you notice they change colors or enlarge, let's say after you have a salty meal, chances are you have fluid buildup instead. And this is because under eye bags from lipid and fat rarely change in size or shape. So that's a good way to tell. So what do we do? Well, for fluid buildup, like I said, watch my video here that goes into the remedy in more depth. But what you can start with doing is apply cold tea that contain green tea or chamomile, which can actually help reduce the inflammation. Secondly, if you have perennial allergies like I do or seasonal, try to address them with either an antihistamine or what your doctor has instructed you with. Thirdly, drink plenty of water and avoid excessive salt intake. Try to stay under 2,300 milligrams a day. Fourth, try these under eye creams. Caffeine works great for some people. I talk about it extensively in this video. Also leave my affiliate links for the ones I recommend in the description. And number 5, try sleeping with the head slightly elevated, which can help prevent fluid from pooling in the lower eyelid region overnight. And if you're trying to address the eye bags from lipid deposits, many of the previous remedies can still be a good solution and you should still try them out for yourself. But what most individuals decide to do is take on cosmetic procedures because there's only so much you can do from an anatomical standpoint. You could try a lymphatic drainage massage to stimulate the flow of lymphatic fluid and help drain it out from the tissues around the eyes, which has helped some. Or you can get hyaluronic acid fillers like Restylane and Juvederm, and some even opt for blepharoplasty, which can immediately change the appearance. But not everyone really is ready to go the surgical route though, and you should always consult with your dermatologist before to see what they would have to say. Sometimes some laser resurfacing and a chemical peel can do the trick as well. And in the meantime, try applying a cold compress such as a chilled spoon or a cold cloth to the under eye area, and some have even used a hemorrhoid cream as well. This is because creams like Preparation H are known to be vasoconstrictors, right? Vasoconstrictors are known to narrow the vessels, which helps reduce puffiness. They can also make any bluish discoloration less noticeable too. I'm personally not a huge fan of this method because Preparation H formulations often contain petrolatum, mineral oil, and paraffin, which can clog pores and cause breakouts. Also, it contains lanolin that can cause contact dermatitis in some folks. So definitely be careful if you're already using hemorrhoid cream products to the under eye area. But guys, I'm more curious to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this topic? Subscribe if you found this video useful. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.